We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry.
It just didn't go the way I planned.
Haley Welch has finally responded to the crypto scam allegations. I've covered this topic before on this channel when she rug pulled for $1 billion on her crypto coin, and she actually came out with a podcast video explaining the whole situation, trying to say she's sorry, and she's trying to gaslight everybody into thinking that it wasn't her and she was the middleman, and she's trying to gaslight everybody, trying to say that I'm sorry, we're trying to get it all figured out. But I'll be going over the whole situation in this video. Before I start, make sure you subscribe, drop a like if you want to see more of these types of videos. I do drama on the most celebrity culture every single day, so make sure you subscribe. I'm so glad you could be here. My name's Bear, and let's get right into the video. So this is the first ever podcast appearance of Haley Welch in 2025. The first time she's speaking publicly about the entire situation since then. Well, the massive rug pull that happened at the end of 2024. Now, if you've been on the internet at all in the past few months, you probably already know what happened. I don't need to rehash every detail because this has been beaten into the ground by every YouTuber, Twitter user, and their grandma. But for those who might have missed it, here's a quick refresher on what went down. Essentially, Haley Welch was involved in launching a cryptocurrency called Hawk Dollar, which was supposed to be some game-changing long-term project, but instead of it being a groundbreaking investment opportunity, it turned out to be what people are calling one of the biggest rug pulls in influencer history. And by rug pull, I mean exactly that. The coin pumped and insiders dumped. The regular people got absolutely screwed over, millions of dollars vanished overnight, and surprise, surprise, Haley Welch was one of the largest holders of this token. Of course, at the time, she didn't say much publicly about it. Instead, we got radio silence. She disappeared, dipped off social media, went to the beach, and went completely MIA while people were demanding answers. But now, fast forward to 2025, Haley has finally spoken up about the entire scandal in a leaked episode of the podcast called Hawk Tuah. And let me tell you, this episode was not supposed to be released. It is actually a deleted response. So this is kind of a special episode because I got my hands on it for y'all. So here's what happened. The episode was meant to be Haley's first time addressing the situation on record, and she had none other than FaZe Banks as a guest. Now this was already a wild choice because if you remember, FaZe Banks was one of her biggest critics when this all first went down. Some of you might recall that infamous Twitter space where CoffeeZilla, Haley Welch, and her team and FaZe Banks were all in a heated debate about the situation, and Banks did not hold back then.
I just want everyone to, be respectful.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, this is
You guys hear
something
me?
that means a lot. Go ahead, FaZe Banks.
Appreciate it. I just heard this guy blab about pretty much nothing and repeat the same shit that he said the first time around. You said something about Web 2, people from Web 2, traditional Web 2 entering Web 3 and
Yeah.
not being able to see stable, like longevity, like healthy relationship with the rest of the space. I came into crypto in 2018, 2019, and yeah, I've never launched a token or a project, and I've done my due diligence to like know what to do, what not to do, and how to keep my fans safe from shit like what just happened. Haley, I'm going to talk to you directly right now because if you really own 10% of the supply of this token and it's locked up for a year and it's vested over 3 years, you got scammed harder than anybody involved. This 100% was a mismanaged, mislaunched. Like this is took what CoffeeZilla said. I would label this a scam as well. It's pretty obvious. Like CoffeeZilla brought up, 97% of the token was bundled into the same cluster. And in layman's terms, that just basically means 90%, 97% of all the tokens owned were by related wallets, friends of friends of friends of friends. They were
No,
like,
that's not true. It's not true.
yeah, yes, it is
It's
true.
false.
Yes,
It's
no,
false.
it's 100% true.
It's
You're
held
talking,
back.
brother.
Yeah.
You're talking about some fucking. What did you say in the Cayman Islands?
It's how you legally launch these
No,
types of things. It's a foundation. But listen, this isn't a bundled scam.
whoever the fuck, basically what I'm getting at, and I'll wrap up here with just whoever guided you in this, or whoever directed you to do this, or gave you the advice to do this, you should fire them immediately. And yeah.
Yeah, I just want to jump in here.
Yeah, I'm doing the best I can. Thank you, FaZe.
And guess what? He's still not holding back. When the episode leaked, people were stunned by just how blunt Banks was in calling the whole thing a scam. And here's what he had to say. That alone tells you everything you need to know about how he felt about this situation. He's basically saying, yeah, this was a scam. And Haley, you either knew or are incredibly stupid. And it gets way worse. Banks went on to talk about how 97% of the tokens were owned by related wallets. In simple terms, that means that almost the entire supply was controlled by friends of friends, insiders, and shady developers. But during this part of the podcast, Haley and her team kept denying it, saying stuff like, no, that's not true, that's not what happened. But Banks shut that down real quick, and he said, yes, it's 100% true. And then he basically gave Haley some of the realest advice she's ever gonna get.
I want to start by saying thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be good. And guys, listen, just as a temperature check, I just want to say, the first thing that she said to me off camera was, the minute you DM me, I really wish I just texted you and called you. And that speaks to me because of how I was introduced to crypto, and we'll get into that. But I'm also kind of on the back end of things too. Like, their team's been very forthcoming. My team is vetting them the fuck out right now and has been for the last week. Thread Guy and Frank, they're going to be on this episode. It's such a weird blend and mash of worlds. No, don't.
It rolled out.
Don't cry, Haley. It's fine. It's all going to be okay. Life is going to be okay. Oh, Haley, no.
No, don't do that. Don't stare at me.
No.
You just
You're adorable.
Just give us a minute.
Okay. It's going to be okay.
Well, so basically how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like what they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that ran the account, he was like, oh, we're going to change like the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto is going to be a good place. And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it. And it just didn't go the way I planned. And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fires up here.
And I'll match it. Me, Ricky, I'll match it, whatever. It's really, really important for me to make sure that we address everything and get through all of exactly what happened. I think that it's really, really important at this point to be totally transparent about everything that happened with you and your partners and this launch and in crypto, and what makes this bad and what makes what Iggy Azalea is doing maybe even good, and what makes Trump's doing different, right? I want to get through all that.
Now here's where things get even crazier. This episode was never meant to be public. In fact, Baines even tweeted after it leaked, saying that he only agreed to do the podcast under strict conditions. Now his conditions were that they couldn't manipulate the market by hyping up the episode before a real resolution was found. Haley's team had to find a way to pay back to people who lost the money. There needed to be a real plan for the future of Hawk Dollar. But guess what? None of that happened. Instead, the episode got leaked online, and suddenly the price of Hawk started pumping again. Yeah, they went back and they started pumping this dollar again. Pumping and dumping. They basically rug pulled it again. Even though the coin was already exposed as a scam, people started investing in it again. Even though the coin was already exposed as a scam, people started investing in it again. And because Haley was talking about it in a podcast. Like, bro, are you guys actually dumb? Why would you start pumping it again? You are not going to make any money off of it. They have bots that automatically pull out of it. They have bots that when you put your money in, they immediately pull out. Banks even called it out in another tweet, saying very clearly her team is not as solid as they claim to be. They completely blew it, and we called the episode off right then and there. Now today, the episode gets leaked, the price of Hawk Dollar is completely pumping, and they completely fumbled the bag yet again. So let me ask you guys, why on earth are people still putting money into this coin? What are they actually thinking? We already saw how this played out last time. People lost everything, and yet some of them are back for round 2. Like at this point, if you get scammed again, that's on you. Now, one of the biggest viral moments from this leaked podcast was Haley Welch actually broke down crying while talking about the scandal. She started off by thanking her true fans, and then she got emotional saying, "We're trying to sort out all the pieces and make everything right. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry." FaZe Banks and the others on the podcast try to comfort her, telling her, don't cry, it's gonna be okay. But let's be real, none of us are gonna buy that baloney, bro. You can't pull it, man. You're gonna cry? We lost $1 million, and you're gonna sit there and cry and say, "Oh, you're gonna sort it all out, and I'm so sorry it happened." Bro, shut up, Haley. You don't know what. You know exactly what you're doing, Haley. You know exactly what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, crying doesn't refund people's money. And if you were directly involved with launching a crypto scam, whether you meant to or not, you have to take real accountability for it. And there are real consequences that lead up to that. Now, Haley did try to defend herself, saying that she was misled and that she truly thought this was going to be a good long-term project. And to be fair, maybe she really was just another victim. But at this point, it almost doesn't matter, because whether she knew what she was doing or not, people still lost millions. And now with the Hawk price pumping again, it looks like the cycle is just repeating itself. What do you guys think? Do you think she is really sorry for what she did? Or is all this just damage control? Do you think she was scammed herself? Or do you think she was in on it the whole time? I think she was in on it the whole time. Why would she do this? And why do people keep falling for these crypto scams, these influencer crypto scams? Why do people keep falling for it? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm really curious. I want to know, and I want to hear what you guys have to say, so let me know in the comments. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys subscribe, because I bring you guys the latest news on the internet celebrity culture every single day. We just hit 5,000 subscribers last week. I just want to give a big shout out to all my little cubs. You guys are so awesome. You guys mean everything to me, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, skirt.